welcome back to more Pokemon Black and White 2. So yeah, last time we had our final team member to the team and made some final preparations for Elite Four. We have a High Dragon now, and that is awesome. So yeah, although I realized editing that there's actually a few more preparations I could do. So yeah, or I just learnt about during the past week. So yeah. But before that, one more movie before the post game. Let's do it. And this one is a very interesting one because it does have a few differences based on the gender, which we'll talk about later. They're talking about the giant woman. Big argument leads to a tragedy in Odd Pokemon. Let your Pokemon be knocked out in 8 scenes. We haven't actually had a mission like that yet. So yeah, let's give this a go. Now one thing I noticed about the guide I'm using is that they're using some very interesting different strategies. So yeah. So it does make me think that, there's actually quite a few ways to success, I should be saying. But yeah, this one is a little bit luck-based though, because it kind of hinges on a specific strategy, I should be saying. Although the guy actually never uses this strategy, it tries to do something else, so yeah. Anyway, let's film this and let's see how it goes. So here we go. The giant woman, the call ends and troll begins. So yeah, let's watch this. Let's see how I got myself defeated. So yeah, this one's actually a comedy movie, which yeah, you could probably tell that because the audience is laughing a lot. But yeah, so the strategy for that one, I think, is that yeah, she uses Stomp if you pick all the right dialogue choices, and Stomp does double damage if if the opponent uses Minimize. Although in Gen 6, that's when it also bypasses accuracy checks. So that does mean that, yeah, she can miss you, which is a bit annoying, but yeah. There are definitely some other ways, like, yeah, using Swagger immediately as well. That's probably what I should have done, actually, now I think about it. So yeah, give her the attack boost, and then, yeah, then she'll, beat me down, so yeah. And then I'll use minimizing, and that probably would have ended the battle. That's okay. So yeah. Again, there's a couple of ways you could definitely do this. So yeah. Which is interesting. But yeah, as for the movie itself, yeah, it is definitely a bit funny, that's the actual part. Yeah, definitely I think I'm not so sure again about other series like this, but again I assume that this is kind of based on, or well, I know it's based on an actual movie according to the Bulletpedia article, but yeah. I assume it's based on some kind of series where you have, boyfriend, girlfriend arguing like that, and it's kind of hilarious. Or at least it's supposed to be hilarious, so yeah. I mean, that's what they're trying to go for here, so yeah. And yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about that. Again, to be honest, yeah, there's one person I do watch. He doesn't like it when partners like that argue and don't like each other. Although, yeah, in that case, it's just them arguing. So it's not that bad. But to be honest, I don't know. I don't mind it when they don't like each other. Especially if they do come together in the end. It's kind of weird, but anyway. So that was a smash hit, so we get Giant Woman 2. But yeah, we're going to be taking on Giant Woman 1 once again. All we need to do with this one is knock out the Blitzel. And that'll be very easy, it's not very high level. So yeah. And I used Rental again, so yeah. I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, yeah, any of my Poké will do, so I guess we'll see who I decide to pick then, so I'll see you in a little bit. Well, that was a bit depressing, anyway. I don't know why that's the strange ending and not the bad ending, but... Ah well, I guess that makes me curious about what the bad ending's gonna be like, but anyway. I have one guess, you might have an idea, but yeah, she got incredibly. I feel like, is it bad or depressed? I can't really tell, but yeah, she left, and yeah, that's the end of the relationship right there. So yeah, I definitely don't want that to happen to me in real life, although I feel like it will. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, not much to say on that. The Blitzle's level 20, so yeah, you'll have a Pokemon that'll take that out, no problem. Especially at this point. Even when you do unlock the movie, you do need to get a few like strange endings first, so yeah. So again, shouldn't be too difficult to get a Pokemon like that. You can even use the Grimer too by making use of Slacker. And then hoping it hits itself a lot, so yeah. So that's yeah, what you should be doing, so yeah. Again, I was just saying, it's pretty simple what happened, right? So yeah, I don't really have much else to add on it. Again, I find it oddly dark. I guess relationship ending like that, they kind of make me more depressed. I wouldn't say depressed, but I don't like it when I see relationships end like that. Let's just say. So yeah, it does make my heart hurt a little bit, I guess you could say. But anyway, but yeah, for some reason people really like that. So yeah. I guess it's because we deserved it for, treating her so badly like that, so yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. But anyway, onwards to the next one. Anyway, we're going to be following a similar theme to last time. We need to get our Pokemon knocked out once again. And the Giant Woman too, so yeah. So we go, a Suspicious Visitor steals the ball with the woman inside it. So yeah, we need to allow Pokemon be knocked out in 10 scenes. So yeah, once again, yeah, this is going to hinge on a certain move's secondary effects. So yeah, let's film this. With the rentals, so yeah, let's give this a go. So here we go, the Giant Woman 2, Mysterious Caller. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch this. So yeah, I watch our girlfriends chat the Pokeball, and then we meet this mysterious man, and then yeah, he takes it by force. So yeah, the mysterious man also sold us the Pokeball in the first place. So yeah, with that power, yeah, kind of hinges on the move Payback, which does double damage if you move last. So we use Rock Tomb on both Pokemon because yeah, Baton Pass will give over the speed loss. So then yeah, the Drifloon goes last, and I can knock this out with Payback. There would be some other things that could have happened too, like yeah, I saw that it had Facade as well, so you could poison it and it could do a lot of damage to that as well, so yeah. Again, like I said, I do think there are a number of different strategies you can do for victory, so yeah. That's kind of interesting, anyway. And then yeah, the reason why you need to do all this too is that yeah, you are higher level than the opponents, so yeah, you do need to help them out a little bit. They're not gonna knock you out on their own, basically, so yeah. Though he does have 10 scenes to do it, so yeah, it's just that yeah. I did also notice that another socket had Desert Berries, like last time you had Swackers, so yeah, you don't really want to use it unless you get very lucky and the Glycop Tom passes without hitting itself. That would be actually kind of interesting, to be fair. If you were able to do, if you could do something like that, but anyway. There'd be a lot of interesting ways you could knock yourself out, basically, but anyway. With that done, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but yeah, considering the title this year, yeah, it's really pretty obvious what's about to happen. But anyway, you got another strange ending. The bad ending is actually KOing the opponent, so that means you need to survive. So let's do that. And once again, John Tracy's up for this, so that's who we're gonna use. So John Tracy gets another move to shine. Or will they? Let's just say. We get Giant Woman free. Alright, so yeah, now, yeah, let's go over to Giant Woman 2 once again. Let's last those turns and let's use John Tracy for this. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Well, that was a bit strange, but yeah, I guess it makes a lot of sense actually. Yeah, her girlfriend obviously is trying to Pokemon. He doesn't believe it, so he thinks that an actual Pokemon is our girlfriend, which yeah, it's like how weird some people are on the internet. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. That. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was just, stalling arc, and they're not too high leveled. As long as you have a move that doesn't do damage, you'll be fine. So, yeah. Although that movie is definitely one reason why we're using John Tracy actually for the time being. Because yeah, for the next two movies, they're going to need something a bit more special. So, yeah. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, not much else to say on that. Yeah, again, that's a bit of a strange ending. You think it'd be a bit different with the female protagonist, but I don't think there is too much of a difference, except for like one thing, which again, I'll talk about that later. It'll make more sense later, so yeah, so that's no to worry about. Although yeah, now I'm a bit curious. It's just that again, it's a bit of a long ending to get, so yeah. Anyway, let's get our prizes here. Yeah, a lot of good prizes, so yeah. So there we go, get the higher potions obviously. Again, yeah. For a comedy movie too, I can never see like an ending like that. Also kind of working too, so yeah, not too bad actually. Anyway. So yeah, Mr. Dew is gonna be very chuffed about that. And yeah, once again, yeah, we're halfway through now. There's actually 4 movies. I'm gonna make a small cut here, and then yeah, we'll get back to it. With yeah, filling enough the reason why this movie is called the thing that it is. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna make a small cut here, and then yeah, let's start making the second part of these movies. So yeah, let's get back to it now. So yeah, we got Giant Woman 3 now to tackle. A giant woman appears in the sea to sense the panic. So for this, it lasts the 6 scenes, but don't knock out the foes. So yeah, it's all about survival this time around. So yeah, let's give this a go. And yeah, once again, yeah, we're gonna use the rental for this. So yeah, let's record this and see how it goes. Alright, here we are. So Trials of the Giant Woman 3. Let's see the namesake of this movie now. Let's get this going. Alright, so we get to face off against the giant woman in that one. I didn't actually shoot a prop beforehand, I probably should have, but now's actually a bad time. But anyway, yeah. The main attack in that one is Focus Punch if you choose the right dollar choices, and yeah, with the move Fly, you can definitely deal with that decently well. It stalls out more turns than using a regular attack when you think about it like that, so yeah. And again, yeah, Fly isn't like the only way you can stop Focus Punch, obviously. You can just, keep attacking, and that will do the trick as well, so yeah. The first turn doesn't really matter, I think. Even if you use Fly, you should be fine. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. You can just use the first turn to just do whatever you want. Because yeah, it's not going to use Focus Punch that turn, so yeah. So there's that, but yeah. Due to the level difference, let's just say, yeah, you're going to get knocked out if you let Monica attack. So yeah, you definitely don't want that to happen, so yeah. So again, that's why you need to keep attacking like that. So yeah, I really like how they play with this in the last movie. It's definitely a very David versus Goliath situation, which I find kind of interesting, so yeah. Anyway, there we got the strange ending, and yeah, to get this one, yeah, we're gonna need to knock it out. Which, yeah, easier said than done, considering the level difference, let's just say. My Pokemon are good, but I actually don't know if they have enough time to knock it out, so yeah. Especially because I don't have a fine type, so yeah. So let's have a little look, shall we, at the prop and what we're dealing with here, so yeah. And yeah, with that, we also get the final movie, Giant Woman 4, so yeah. So let's shoot. And here we go, so yeah. So, Propo 1 is level 99, it has huge power, I like how it has Rage. They have Focus Punch, Rage, Growl, and Crush Grip. So yeah, the good thing though is that I can't actually touch a Ghost type, so that's good. But how are we gonna knock it out with a Ghost type I haven't actually trained yet? Well, that's where Nina the Banette is gonna come into play. So we'll put away Serena for the time being. let's see what Nina can do to help us out here. So yeah, let's get this go. Alright, so yeah. I take her out like that though, yeah, things really ended badly though. The whole world was destroyed because, yeah, not really anyone could stop her rampage, so yeah. So that was kind of scary stuff, to be honest. And a very sad ending as well. But yeah, so our strategy for this one, there's actually a couple of ways, but the move I decide to go with is probably the most efficient. So yeah, obviously on a ghost can't take damage from Monica's attacks. This also goes for the next movie. Sourceful right there. Yeah. And then, yeah, use a move that can chip away at the HP even off a very high leveled Pokemon like that. Probably the easiest way is Toxic. Any Pokemon learns Toxic, so you can just go to any Ghost type Pokemon, and then that'll probably do it right there. I decided to be a little bit more fun with this one. But then it gets Curse to level up, and yeah, depending on the ones you catch, it may even start with Curse, which is very cool. Like that one. And then, yeah, being a Ghost type, it also learns to move Pain Split, which is a move 2 to move, but if you have an excess number of yellow shots, you can definitely do that. If you do Curse, then Pain Split, you'll chip off HP extremely quickly, so yeah. because we didn't know for ghost type Pokemon, because it does differ depending on what type of Pokemon you are. You halve your own HP to put a curse on the opponent, and the curse does 1/4 of the opponent's HP every turn. So yeah, that's more than quick enough to beat the foe in that amount of time that we had. So yeah, so that's good. And then yeah, it even feels faints with damage right after that. So yeah, that's pretty neat too. So yeah. I didn't wonder if I could spare Vegan Krivka with like Will-O-Wisp or something like that, but that's okay. But anyway, with that strange ending done, let's go on to the last movie. This one again is a real Day vs Goliath situation. We have a level 12 Pokemon, we have to go up against a level 99. So yeah, so how are we gonna survive? Let's give this a go. So yeah, we got Giant Woman 4. The key to a Giant Woman's fate is love, obviously. Let's last the 6 scenes. And let's use our rental right here. So yeah, let's give this a go. This is definitely one of my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite movies so far, so I'm going to show it. Alright, the finale to the good endings. Farewell, dear Giant. The Giant Woman falls. So how are we going to overcome this Deer vs Goliath situation? Let's have a look. And there we go. So with the power of love, we're able to break the curse on the Pokeball, and then yeah, well, it took a long time. Monica was able to go back to normal, so that was nice. It does like the question, what the married life was like with a kind of big woman like that, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I like that one. Again, it's a decent romance story. Again, as it turns out, this movie series is kind of a rom-com kind of deal. Not like in the traditional sense, but yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Again, I think most rom-coms are in like high school settings. I think about like Japanese media, for example. But yeah, again, I guess that one could count as well. So yeah. Again, I really like this movie series as well. Again, I am nowadays I'm a fan of romance stories, so yeah, seeing them, make up at the end, that's very sweet. I really like that. So yeah. And yeah, our strategy is actually a very interesting interaction. If you're so on the level like that, and you have the sturdy ability, if you use Pain Split, then yeah, you basically get your sturdy back for quite a few turns actually. So yeah. I think Pain Split what it's supposed to do is make it so that your HP is the same as the opponent's, but yeah, I think it can't, it can't always do that. Actually, no way. What it actually does is, yeah, it adds your HPs together, and then it evens them back out. But because our HP is so low, we just go back to max, and then the foe will take the half HP. I'm pretty sure is how it works. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense in my mind now, so yeah. But yeah, again, what things are supposed to do if you're similar HP values that, yeah, you add both your HPs together, and then it's divided, and then, yeah. And then, yeah, it's divided, and then you get half, and the other person gets half, basically. That's kind of how it works. There's a lot of interesting applications for it. Always it's a healing move when you're low on health, and also keep the foe alive, which is kind of good in Pokemon Colosseum, for example. So, yeah. But anyway, Nina's going to be back at it again, because we need to knock out the foe once again, but the strategy is the same. Once again, it can't hurt a ghost type. Its moves are a little bit different, as you saw there. It has Crush Grip, Double Slap, Tier Dent, Stomp, and it's still level 99, and it still has Huge Power. It's actually a different weapon, I'm pretty sure, anyway. Let's actually do it, so yeah. Nina once again going to do her thing in the Stranger Thing. So yeah, that one kind of goes more into removing the secret agent. You didn't do a very good job at the source of the Pokeball before that, I must admit. So yeah, we can't think of any other way to stop her. So yeah, we defeat her, and then yeah, we decide to just leave to somewhere probably secluded because yeah, you didn't hear any more reports after 10 years. So yeah, again, kind of a sad ending for the stranger ending this time around. So yeah. So there we go. I actually didn't really like the stranger ending that much. The second one was kind of nice. Yeah, I was like a little bit sad though, I must admit. But I guess it kind of makes sense for a romance movie. So yeah. Anyway. Since we've been going, I think this part's going to be decently long, so yeah. And considering what I want to talk about next, I'm actually thinking that yeah, we're going to have another part. This time with the female protag. We're going to be talking about some of the differences, and then also go over the bad endings. And I think during that part 2, to kind of swing the deal, I guess you could say, I'm going to do my final preparations for the Elite Four and the Champions. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, need to go get back Glycol now. And yeah, I think because I'm gonna do it like that, I'll see how much money we made. Of course, we probably made a good amount. So yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. I am a bit. I don't know what to think about the bad endings. I feel like they're gonna make me very sad. I mean, maybe not, because the strange endings are kind of the sad endings, so yeah. But anyway. So we made 400, 124, and then 999 for the last two, so that's awesome. Alright, let's go get Glycol back. Also, yeah, I should be saying. And yeah, like I said, yeah, next time, yeah, we're going to be looking at the female protagonist and the Giant Woman series a little bit. And then, yeah, looking at the bad eggs as well. And then, like I said, we're going to do those kind of preparations. So, yeah, let's get Serena back. And, yeah, we're going to be showcasing that. So, yeah. But, yeah, Nia did a very good job. Once again, yeah, a ghost type is the way to go right there. And having curse is obviously very nice too. So, yeah, as I showed. Alright. With that done, like I said, yeah, next time, yeah, we're gonna be working on what I just said. So yeah, look forward to that. I'll see you guys again for lunch.